everybody, and welcome to Rubbing Minds. And in this month of March, we are celebrating International Women's Month. And of course, we're bringing it home as we profile and celebrate iconic Nigerian women who are not only changing their world, but they're changing the nation and the continent as they go about to pursue their dreams and change lives. Growing up as young girls, there's so many things we are taught that we cannot do. There's so many things that we're told are not feminine or unbecoming of women. But Chioma Ajunwa never let any of that stop her. And well, let's just say opportunity met preparation, and fast forward a few years and she's still the only individual Olympic gold medalist that Nigeria has ever produced. Now this is a story certainly worth digging into. There are few women who have become a beacon for young Nigerian women interested in sports quite like Chioma Ajunwa Opara. Born in December 1970, Ajunwa joined the Nigerian police after financial constraints denied her the opportunity to further her education. The police force offered her a dignified career and, more importantly, the financial support to continue her lifelong interest in sports.
Ajunwa of Nigeria, 7 meters 12, a new Commonwealth record.
Ajunwa first went professional as a sportswoman as a footballer, playing for the Nigerian Super Falcons during the 1991 World Cup. She left football to focus on athletics after the 1991 World Cup, specializing in the long jump and the 100 meters, 200 meters and 4x100 meter races.
Really a good runner.
She qualified for the 1996 Olympics and quickly rose through the ranks, upsetting the favorites for the discipline. She eventually went on to win a gold medal in the long jump, becoming the first Black African woman to win an Olympic gold in a field event, and is currently the only Nigerian athlete to win an individual gold medal. I'm excited and honored to be sitting down with Chioma Ajunwa Opara today. Gold medalist, iconic female. There's so many things, so many ways we can describe you, but we're going to get into that as we talk. How are you today, Chioma?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us today. And I want to take this from the very beginning. I know you're the last born and you were raised by your mom after your dad passed. Tell me about some of your most memorable experiences, you know, growing up with your mother as your only parent.
Well, thank you, my sister. I'm so excited. You know, I always like to talk about my mom because I loved my mom so much. I was playing with my brothers. Outside our compound, we would play ball. Then they said, ball you. You know, I will play with them. Even my senior brothers, I play more than them.
Oh, wow.
You know, and that time, some of our colleagues will be using it to quaff them. Look at your junior one is playing even better than you.
Yes.
So, and that fateful day, I went to Owerri. As I went to Owerri, and I told our secretary then, blessed memory, Beatrice, I said, Auntie Beatty, while I was in school, I know that some of us were being given allowance. They placed them under allowance while they were still in school. But now I've finished. Can you help me, place me under allowance so that I'll be able to be coming from my place to Owerri every day to train? I really want to do sports. That woman discouraged me to the last.
Were there girls doing this, or was it usually for boys?
A woman.
Yes.
A woman, you know, anybody can do sports.
Yes.
You know.
But in those days,
instead of her encouraging me, say, hey, you, this juvenile, what do you know that is money? What are you using money for? If I give you money, do you know what you will do with it? I said, I want to be paying my transport. And then I was talking about 50 kobo.
Wow.
You know, 50 kobo. So, while I was crying out of Danayam Stadium, I saw 3 police people coming, 2 male and a female among them. They started pushing me, I ran. They were pushing me, saying, no, 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 come, we just want to tell you something. I ran, I was shouting. So,
and they didn't know you could run well.
Lo and behold, a friend of mine that we are all running together then, saw me, the name is Chinasa. He said, Chi, come, what is it? What is it? I stopped. I said, look at these police people. I didn't do them anything and they are pursuing me. So he now asked them, say, what happened? They said that their Oga want to see me. So when we got to his office, it was like he was still expecting to see somebody.
Yeah.
He now asked them, he said, where is the antelope you asked me?
The antelope?
Yes, because they told him that, say, Oga, there's one girl, she runs so well. In fact, she's an antelope. So the man said, okay, go and bring the girl. We will now take her to represent us, you know. Then there's a zonal elimination for police games.
Yes.
That time was 1988. And I just came out of school. So they said, oh God, the man was like, this little girl, this juvenile. So the man said, okay, that he asked me my name, I told him. Asked me where I come from, I told him. And he said, okay, he gave me 200 naira. I did like this. I said, no. He said, why? I said, my mom will kill me. He would ask me who gave me the money.
Yeah.
I said, that's fine. He now collected, he put the 200 naira in his pocket. He now gave the woman among the two men. He gave him 500 naira. He said, take this girl to her home. Make sure you see the mother. Tell the mother that police is interested in her. We want her to be part of us. So, lo and behold, they took me to my place.
I can't imagine how your mom reacted to this.
So when my mom saw them, my mom said, no. That she didn't bond me for police. No, that no.
And did she know that it was sports related? She didn't know.
They told her.
They told her, okay.
You know, already they don't allow me to do sports.
To do sports, exactly.
Now that the police is coming to take me basically because of sports.
Yes.
They say, no, this is my last born, this, that. I don't want her to get injured, blah, blah. And moreover, they say those that are doing sports, they are not useful. They are not good people. You know, in those days, they thought that police people, sports people.
Yeah, it wasn't a career yet, yes.
So they told me, say, Mama, don't worry. It's not only sports she's going to be.
Yeah.
She will be a police woman. She will wear uniform and come to you and you will see her. So my mom said, okay. When they left, I ran to Port Harcourt.
So you ran away from the police?
Yes, I ran away from home.
From home, so that you could train
join
elsewhere. You didn't want, you weren't ready for service. Okay.
So lo and behold, one fateful day we were to go to national competition in Akwa Ibom. I was inside the bus already.
Yes.
These police people
they found you.
So when they came, I never knew they came for me.
Yes.
In fact, I started crying. They said, don't cry. We only want you to see somebody and after that you came back. So I thought they are telling me the truth.
The truth.
So when we got there, my uncle Larry came and they told me, say, Larry, sorry, look at the signal from Lagos. The Inspector General of Police wants her. Larry said, for what? He said, they need me in Lagos urgently. And I went to Nonwa. They took me from there to Kwara State where I represented Zone 6.
Yes.
So in Kwara's 88 police games, I won 4 gold medals.
Okay.
And it was then that the national now heard of me.
Okay.
So I was invited to national camp first time.
At what point were you playing football? Was it all of this happening at the same time, or was football before you were called up to represent
within
nationally?
That period, I was still playing football.
You were playing football.
I was playing football.
Okay, and your career in athletics was progressing faster. What was it? Because I do understand that as much as you were passionate about football, you were always benched. Your coach always benched, even though you were undoubtedly the star of the team.
That was 1991.
Okay.
1991, you know, when No, 1990.
Uh-huh.
When I came back from All African Games.
Okay, so this was later.
I won 2 gold medals. You know, my teammates then were kind of being jealous. She has come from All African Games, winning 2 gold medals. Then what is she?
Been acknowledged by.
You understand?
Yes, yeah.
So, and they went to the coach and started, you know, poisoning his mind. And the coach did not behave maturely as a matured person. I was surprised that afternoon that he called me, said that Chioma, that I will not, so long as he is in this team, that I will never see a dog chance.
Wow.
I look at him. I said, sir, what did I do? He said, yes, he has finished. You know, as a young girl, I didn't know what to believe.
What to make of it, yeah.
I didn't know what to say. So I said, okay. I left. We all went to the car. We boarded the bus, took us to National Stadium. Ordinarily, once I finish with them, I will now wait for my athletics team to come for training.
You know what's quite interesting as I speak to you, I remember the first lady when you wanted to enroll for sports who discouraged you and said no. And then this time, you know, your teammates, your fellow sisters sabotage you. But it seems all the people who are opening doors for you were male at this time. Did you ever feel resentment towards other women, or did you feel that, you know, we usually say that it's often women who are women's greatest enemies. So in your journey, was that true for you? I
saw it. And one thing about me is that because I grew up in a mix of men, I don't normally...
You don't gravitate towards women.
Stay close to girls because they always gossip. Even while I was playing football, you know, once I finish in the field with them, I will just go. Once we get to Games Village, I will just go to my room.
I want to know that exact moment where you realized that for your football career not to work out was maybe a great blessing, because you then, you know, excelled.
Yeah, because I left, you know, when I left football, because that thing he said that they started benching me, to me, I took it as, you know, he just dehumanized my person. Because I know the person he was using, all those girls, when you come to strength, they are not. They can't face me. You come to speed, they can't face me.
You were just looking at it based on merit.
They can't face me. You come to exposure, they are nowhere. They never traveled out, you know. And I was like, well, this man just wants to humiliate my person and telling me that I will never see a dog chance, and he's still doing it. I think the best thing is for me to leave, you know. And then, within that period, I had somebody that he came from Germany, Frankfurt, that wanted to take me. They wanted me to sign for 4 years. I would have been the first woman in Nigeria, even in Africa, that would have played, you know, professional football. Because while I was playing, I was small, but what I do in the field of soccer was so much. You know, I wasn't too tall, but I'm a libero in my team. You can't pass me. Ask people. Ask people. People like Onochi that knows me. Once I'm there, you can never pass.
So 1996, you're allowed to come back. You went straight for the gold.
Yes.
You were obviously hungry for it. You had a point to prove.
Honestly speaking, it was 1995 when Chief Shegwe Degwami came. He was sending Fatima Yusuf to me. And then I don't know who Chief Shegwe Degwami is. So one day, as Fatima has troubled me a lot, he said I should try go and see this woman. man. I said, what am I seeing him for? Please spare me that. But along the line, one day she took me to Chief Shego Degwami at Owe. So he told me that he's going to send me outside the country. I said, he took me to UK. I was staying with a girlfriend in London. Under that terrible condition, I was training morning, evening, night. You know?
So your life was about that. You were just focused on your training.
I was just training.
When you came back with your gold medal, do you feel you received the befitting reception of an Olympic, the first female West African, Nigerian, you name it, gold medalist? Was your reception befitting of that?
Well, the reception was befitting because when you come to that day, I think there was a 3 days holiday.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Abacha then gave a holiday because of us.
Yes.
And we stayed a day in Senegal.
Okay.
That was where we stopped over. And in Senegal there, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And when we got there, I was like, what is all these things for? But I never knew what I did.
Yes.
I never knew what it meant for someone to win an individual gold medal in the Olympics. So the crowd was so much. Even they came from the airport to our hotel. They were playing all manner of traditional music for us in that hotel throughout that day, till the morning we were going, And when we got to Mauritania Mohammed Airport, my dear sister, in fact, what I saw, the crowd I saw, it was overwhelming.
One of your most popular quotes is when you mentioned that, in being honored, along with the Dream Team, that in your own personal case, they gave you the MON, but they missed out the EY.
That EY, even till today.
So
it's only in this country that you see a country that have been going for the Olympics over decades. Couldn't get gold. Yes. They got
for an individual.
One individual gold medal. Yeah. And they couldn't do something tangible. Something tangible.
How did you come across, or let me say, how did it transpire that, the Dream Team was set aside and they were gifted theirs, and then you were sidelined? What happened there?
Well, here in Nigeria, we have this attitude of saying, this is my own, this is our own, When we came back here, Lagos State gave all the people that come from Lagos State in the Dream Team, they gave them 3-bedroom house.
Wow.
And myself, I'm not from Lagos State, but I can say I'm part and parcel of Lagos State because this is where I did my training for everything. This is where I live. And being the only individual gold medalist, I thought that I should be part of them. And when the governor then, Oyinola, now said that, so in the evening, I felt that I'm being cheated, Then I asked him, I said, Governor, in the morning you announced that the gold medalist should be given a house. And you didn't. He said, he said, I should join them, that they will give me. He said it. But
you never saw it.
When eventually I went for it, they said, I'm not from Lagos State. So that was what happened. So I believed, why I said something tangible, they gave us land at Lekki, but everybody that went for that Olympics were given that land. Okay? So I believed, even if they want to give me land, together with them, my own should have maybe 2 plots or at least they give me a house.
Because
I did something nobody has done.
Yes, in history, yes.
But till today, nothing.
Is it,
and even when Buhari came in, he called the Dream Team, of which you are aware of it. Were you not aware of it? I called them in Abuja. They were giving money, but I was not giving. But I am the only individual Olympic gold medalist.
Why do you think you weren't given?
I was not given. My name was not there.
Why do you think they left your name out? Do you think maybe if you'd been a man that they would have remembered you?
I don't think so. I believe the fault came from my people, my constituency.
Okay.
My constituency, because the person in my constituency then, the first PRO then, instead of putting my name, put the name of a girl.
Put the name of?
He put the name of one small girl.
Okay. Okay.
So I think Nigeria should have asked, where is the first Olympic gold?
Yes. And you know, I see a lot, I understand where your passion for fairness comes from, because you've been dealt with a lot of injustice, I would say, throughout your career, which you always overcome. How did you always manage to overcome those moments of injustice?
Well, God created me so strong, and He gave me a kind of heart that I don't carry things too tight. You know, I don't hold things too tight. I normally tell people that I did good things for this nation, but to some people, they hate me because of it. Say, Chioma, you enjoy here, you enjoy there. I could remember, even when I was an inspector, in my office then, I was the oldest inspector, and promotion came, they didn't put my name. And when I came, I asked why. They say, oh, it was I look at the whole thing. Somebody told me that they said, I'm enjoying there in sports, and I will come and follow them enjoy the one in the office. But you see how God did it. And I went to Atlanta, I won, and I was promoted.
Yes, exactly.
You know, given 2 steps ahead of them. They were inspector while I was ASP 2-star.
So do you think your involvement in the police force did a lot to keep your career, your athletic career going?
Of course.
What are the structures that we need to put in place for women in Nigerian sports to get?
Police did a lot for me, and that was why when I resigned, I'm not supposed to come back to Nigeria. You know, thinking what the injustice that was meted on me, I'm not supposed to come back to this, and I would have, you know, taken another nationality. But I was, you know, waiting for a time to pay back to the force, because police helped me. Even when the Athletics Federation did not welcome me, police welcomed me. Okay, Athletics Federation is supposed to pay for my test for me to be eligible to compete again, but they refused. It was police that was paying for me for those 3 times that they need to test me. You know, it was police that paid for the money. So because of that, I said no, I cannot take another nationality. Let me pay back to this police that helped me this long. And they were the one that gave me the opportunity to train outside the country while my salary was still going in. So virtually I can't do without police. You know, because I believe without them, through God, I wouldn't have been able to, you know, become a star. They gave me the opportunity. They gave me the, you know, platform, you know, to become whom I am today.
How do you push forward and continue to progress and build relationships that have, you know, allowed you to become Chioma Ajunwa Opara?
You know, I believe so much in myself, you know, because I believe one thing in life, posterity, you know, no matter what. If you are doing something, you need to be disciplined, you need to be committed, you need to be focused and be determined. You know, I was so determined. I was so focused. You know, a lot of things happened that would have distracted me.
Yeah.
You know, but I refuse to be distracted. You know, because I know that if you have no man, God is there for you. You know, and I believe that without God, nobody can do anything. That's why today's women are very, very determined. And that's why you are seeing women are now coming up in politics and everything, the entrepreneurship. They are doing so well.
So it's a mind
you
and a heart
understand? It's a
reprogramming.
mindset of a thing. Just to believe in yourself, you know, have that self-esteem. Believe that whatever thing a man can do, you will even do it better. That's one thing I said. Whatever goal someone set, I want to beat it. That takes me to my foundation.
Yes.
You know, when all these problems were coming, I now know that I wouldn't have had most of the problems I had in the past if I'm educated. Okay? While I was running, I was just a timid young girl that was just growing, you know, and people used it against me because they know that I didn't know my rights. And that was why immediately I hung my spike and went back to school. And that now gave me the foresight that you must combine education with sports, because you will be a better athlete when you are well educated. Okay? And now that I now have this Chioma Ajunwa Foundation, I campaign against the use of illicit drugs in sports and in schools because of what is happening in our society today. I need to tell, I had the drug problem, and I need to tell the younger ones that look, I had the problem and they stood. So if we can, the Nigerian people can allow me to be roasted for 4 years, you know, who are you? They can still allow you. You get the point. I'm just the only individual Olympic gold medalist today. So if it can stand to my own time, who tell you that it won't stand?
It won't stand for you?
You understand me? So I need to tell them. Because here in Nigeria, we don't have functional sports doctors. They are not functioning. We only hear them. We don't see them. Even your coach can set you up. Your fellow athlete can set you up. That's why you see me today. I don't drink water on a cup. I drink it on a bottle. Once I drink finish, I cover it. You know, because a lot of things will happen. Sports is full of politics. You need to teach the younger ones.
What would you advise other young girls who are potentially aspiring athletes, even those who aren't athletes? What are some of the tips that you would leave them with?
I believe that the younger ones should learn how to be honest in life, learn how to, you know, portray their integrity, you know, have a self-esteem, have self-confidence, believe in themselves, do whatever thing you do without fear or favor. People must identify with you.